Setup allows you to customize several things about your handheld. Start first with the system. It allows you to change language. Battery type's the most important part. The 320 can use 3 different kinds of batteries. You can use your standard alkaline AA's, you can use your lithium AA's, and it can use rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries. It's really important that you select the correct one, or if you change type, that you come in here and you adjust this. The reason for it is that the battery gauge in the handheld cannot read the strength of the batteries correctly unless it knows what type of battery you're using. I recommend either lithiums or the rechargeable batteries, mainly because the 320 is a battery hog and it's going to eat up just your regular alkaline batteries pretty fast. From the main menu under Setup, your next option is Dogs. This is some information on how your dogs appear on the map, plus your alerts. One of the features we talked about on the map screen was your ability to see the last few minutes of a track and then to see the complete track. And this is where you control how much time that is. Select Enter. And then you have several things on your dog track length. You can hide the track completely, which will take it off the screen. You can have the last 5 minutes, the last 10 minutes, the last 30 minutes. You also have an option of 1 hour or 2 hours, and then you can cut the entire track off. Let's select 5 minutes. Next is Zoom Map to Dogs. What this feature does is when you jump into the map screen, it will zoom out to where all dogs are on the screen, no matter how far away they are from you. Your next menu choice here is Dog Alerts. You have 4 different alerts that the handheld will give you. First one is going to be On Point Alert, if you have your dog set up as a pointing dog. You have several different choices as to how it will alert you when the dog goes on point. You can have a tone, you can have the handheld vibrate, you can have tone and vibrate, you can have it give you a message only, which means on the screen it'll pop up and say dog 1 on point, but it will not tone or vibrate, or you can cut the alert off. We're going to go to tone and vibrate. And there you go. Now, let's go to the treed alert. If your dog is set up as a hound or treeing dog, same options. Tone, vibrate, tone and vibrate, message only, or off. The only time I'm gonna cut off a point alert is actually I'm never gonna cut off a point alert. I want that on all the time. Same thing, you know, from a hound standpoint with trees. I want all my alerts on all the time. You can run into some situations where you may not want these other two as far as GPS and lost communication. But if that's happening, I'm gonna stop tracking a dog. So let me talk about the next two. GPS lost alert is what this is an alert for, is if the dog's collar loses a GPS signal. Pretty rare, but let's just say the dog gets into a situation where it cannot pick up the GPS anymore. A really deep canyon will do it. Just heavy overhead cover. That type of thing is going to cause a GPS loss signal, but it's a rare occurrence in most places that we hunt. But same thing here, you can control how the message is given to you. What is a lot more common is going to be a lost communication alert. What lost communication means is that the handheld is no longer receiving the radio signal from the collar. The collar is still picking up GPS signal, it's just that the dog has gotten far enough away from you that you can no longer receive the radio signal. So same choices here. You can have it set up where it tones or it vibrates. Some folks may want to only put tone on some of the alerts and put vibrate on the others. It's a personal preference, and you can set it however you want. Next on the setup menu is display. Several options here on display. First one is going to be your backlight. The backlight is a battery hog. So you want to make a choice here as far as how long you want your batteries to last. 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, or 2 minute.
You showed it. 15 seconds.
On the backlight. Let's move to 15 second. And then let's drop out here and we'll watch it cut off. Go back to setup, display. I usually set mine on either a 1 minute or a 2 minute option. It depends on what kind of batteries I'm using. 30 seconds is okay too. What's going to happen is that the backlight's going to cut off at whatever time period you set it for, and then you have once you press a button, it'll turn back on. And basically what the time period is based on is the last time you press a button. That's how the backlight works. And it's just designed so that when you're not looking at the unit, it cuts the backlight off so that your batteries aren't getting drained for no reason whatsoever. Right now we're going to leave it on. Colors. It gives you a couple of different choices here. This is your background color. The day background color right now I believe is gray. We're going to change it to red. You see how the highlights in the background there? And let's go back to the dog. We have a red, maroonish sort of background. Let's go back. And we're going to change it to green. And now it's green. That's a choice, just depends on what you like. Your highlight colors, same thing here. One of the reasons you want to be able to change your colors, I was hunting in Kansas this year, and we had loaded in the walk-in hunting area map into my map screen, and Kansas uses the color orange to highlight the walk-in area. Well, I had one of my dogs set up as the color orange, and anytime we were on a walk-in area, I couldn't see the dog's trail. So just quickly jumped in, changed it over to a darker color, green, and everything was fine. In modes and setup, you also have the same choices for your night screen. You have different colors when the unit senses that it's night. So same thing here. You can choose whatever you prefer. Next in the setup menu is tones. If your handheld makes sound, you can do tones on and off. Gives you a control over your message beep, your key beep, turn warnings, and your proximity alarms. Key beep is the sound that it makes when you press an actual key. Or you can cut them off. Next on the setup menu is map. Few key things here. Orientation, which allows you to select either track up or north up or automotive mode. North up will keep your map screen always in a pointing to the north no matter which direction you're in. Track up is going to move the map based on which direction you're pointing. I prefer track up, but that's a personal choice. Automotive mode just changes the way the unit sees things when it's in a vehicle. Have a couple other GPS options on guidance text, text size. Next important thing from the map setup is going to be which particular map you're using. Next on the setup option is tracks. This is a pretty important one. This controls your track log. Gives you some options as far as whether or not it records. This is your track. Whether you can control if it records your track, and it can also, you can not show it on the map, or you can show it on the map. Then you have a few other settings as far as when it'll archive. Important part here also is color. If you want to change the color of your track, you have several choices. For example, when we were hunting in Kansas and we had the WeHaw maps loaded, they had an orange background, and if I was using an orange track for myself, it'd be impossible to see my trail on it. So from this menu, you're able to select what color you want. Next from the setup menu is reset. This allows you to clear some trip data. It allows you to delete waypoints and clear your track memory.